everyone. To begin, I'm going to show you a short clip of some drunk driving accidents. These images are graphics, so viewer discretion is advised. No matter your age, gender, height, weight, race, the body bag does not discriminate. Guilty and innocent lives are lost every day because of drunk driving. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, also known as the NHTSA, the United States lost 35,092 lives in 2015 due to car accidents, with an astounding 10,265 of these fatalities resulting from alcohol-impaired driving. Anyone can be affected by this. The NHTSA claims 3,561 people were not driving under the influence, but were still killed by drivers with blood alcohol concentration above 0.08 in 2013. Here's a graph of that, a chart of that. You can see that drivers with blood alcohol concentration above 0.08 or above, their total is 6,515, with a total of 10,076. I've become very familiar with this topic through research. Drinking and driving is a very serious issue, but we can help save many lives by implementing more key prevention devices. Let's begin with what exactly the issue is. The research staff from Mothers Against Drunk Driving, more popularly known as MADD, states that over 300,000 people drive with a BAC above the legal limit every day. BAC is an acronym for blood alcohol concentration, which is how much alcohol is in your bloodstream. The NHTSA confirms that the legal BAC limit for all 50 states is 0.08 or above. However, with the legal drinking age in the United States being 21, this is where the zero tolerance law comes into effect. If you are pulled over with any BAC above 0 and you're under the age of 21, you'll be immediately taken to jail. This being said, also, any person driving with a BAC over their specified limits is determined under the influence, and major penalties are sure to ensue. Reach Out, a team of educated adults dedicated to informing the youth of the dangers of drinking and driving, confirm that alcohol is a depressant. Depressants are drugs that slow your central nervous system, leading to effects such as delayed reaction times, lack of coordination, and uncharacteristic behaviors. Now that you understand what drunk driving is, let's talk about what causes people to make this regretful decision. As discussed previously by Reach Out, alcohol is a drug that stimulates your central nervous system and ultimately will affect one's decision-making skills. A major reason people drink and drive is the false confidence that alcohol gives them. With it being a stimulant, it is essentially tricking your body into being relaxed, and when you relax, you're less likely to make smart choices and not realize how drunk you really are. Another reason people drink and drive is because they feel they have no other option. Some people are too embarrassed to admit they aren't okay to drive and think, I don't know, maybe, hey, I only live 2 miles down the road, it's 1 a.m., no car's going to be out there, I'll be fine. It's just a short drive. Or they didn't assign a designated driver, which, if you're unfamiliar, is a person committed to staying sober and ensuring a safe ride home for the people drinking that night. Finally, ignorance of the penalties. Not only are there severe criminal penalties that will change one's life forever, but there is also a chance of emotional tolls. Each state's laws are different, but all penalties can range from heavy fines to license revocation to jail time. Don't forget that not only is the driver at risk, but any innocent person who crosses their path. One person driving under the influence can change hundreds of lives forever. Finally, the need for a solution is evident, and I believe there is a way to achieve this. The first step of my solution is admitting that there is no way to stop people from getting behind the wheel when they're intoxicated. With this being said, I propose we do everything in our power to stop these drivers before they can harm anybody. that being themselves or innocent people. I want to bring attention to two major devices that will help end drunk driving fatalities. The first solution I propose is more sobriety checkpoints. Sobriety checkpoint is a police-enforced traffic stop where officers can do a quick license check and even ask you to perform a sobriety test. A sobriety test is a quick test involving balance, basic motor skills, and common knowledge. Here's what a sobriety checkpoint might look like. There will be many officers lined up, just stopping cars one by one and checking for those things. Since the start of 2016, a website called DUI Block, which logs all sobriety checkpoints in the state, has logged 62 sobriety checkpoints in the state of North Carolina since the start of 2016. To me, I think that's a problem. I frankly think this is way too little. We need more sobriety checkpoints so people will fear driving while intoxicated. Also, if someone is driving drunk, we will be able to get them off the road before they harm somebody. Secondly, I believe all 50 states should require ignition interlock for offenders. An ignition interlock is a device that wires to the ignition system of a car and will prevent the car from starting if the driver blows a BAC over 0.02, and 0.02 is the limit for most states. This is used so offenders can still drive to work or any other thing, but ensure they will not drive drunk. Here you can see that's an ignition interlock. It's about the size of a cell phone, and it's going to wire up to the ignition system, and you just have to blow into the however that's made, and it'll tell you if you're sober enough to drive. And here's an image of a man blowing into his. Mothers Against Drunk Driving says that out of all drunk drivers, a third of them are repeat offenders. That requires a lot of ignition interlocks. Mothers Against Drunk Driving also says that 23 states currently enforce the ignition interlock for offenders, and I really think we need to bump that up to all 50. In conclusion, with alcohol being frequently consumed by so many Americans, a solution is needed. Alcohol is a drug that will dull one's decision-making skills, making it hard for them to decide when to drive. With my solution, we can stop these criminals before they hurt themselves or someone else. Remember, a body bag does not discriminate. We need to act fast because anyone, even one of us, could be next.